woman. It's all in me. Hey y'all, this is Kimberly with Diva Designing on a Dime with Kimberly Davis. Guys, I have been tagged yet again, and I love it, by my girl, my sister, Miss V. Hey, Miss V. She has tagged me, and I love just the name of this tag, and it is entitled, I'm Every Woman tag. This tag was originated by Lakiesha, and I'll have her name listed somewhere down here. Hello, love. I think this is just a beautiful, beautiful tag, and it consists of 12 questions, so we're just gonna jump right in, guys. Question number 1, and I will be reading it off of my phone here. What is your nickname? I really don't have a nickname. I've been called Kimmy by some of my friends, but I'm chuckling because I have an Uncle Buddy. He told me this story when I was a little girl, and he said, "You know where we got your name from, right?" And I'm looking at him like, tell me where you got my name from. Kimberly Clark, because he would always call me, "Hey, Kimberly Clark. Hey, Kimberly Clark." And I'm like, okay, where is this Clark coming from? Well, you have the packages, the personal packages, the company, you know, toilet tissue and all kind of personals that you have. Kimberly Clark, that's where my nickname came from. So he would add to my real name the last name Clark, okay? Still calls me that to this day. Number 2, what woman or women do you identify with in the Bible? I'm often identified with, and I've been told this so many times, which is Ruth. A little backstory on Ruth. Ruth was a Moabite woman. She was a widow. Her mother-in-law was Naomi. And the funny thing is, I had a grandmother named Naomi. But her mother-in-law was named Naomi. Naomi had 2 sons and her husband, which died, okay? So leaving these 3 widows, Ruth, her mother-in-law, and this other woman behind, okay? And they ended up clinging to one another. Ruth tells her mother-in-law this, and this resonates from generation to generation. It says, "Do not urge me to leave you or to return from following you. For where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and more also, if anything, but death parts me from you." Ruth was a very dedicated woman. She was known to be a little bit stubborn, but she was very persistent. She was determined, y'all. And I guess you can say I'm stubborn at times, but I'm also persistent, and I'm also dedicated, all right? I can compare myself to Ruth, because when I make up my mind to do something, there's no changing it. So I compare myself a lot to Ruth. I also look at it as Ruth, she was a caregiver in her daily life. Her weakness was being stubborn. That's me. But she was loyal. She was flexible. And she was a dedicated person who loved her family. So I'm going to leave it at that. Question number 3. Who is your Shero, past or present? Well, I have to say my mom. And my mom, she's no longer here. I don't know if I've really told the story of my mom, and I will tell more. You'll see pretty soon on that, and I'll tell you that at the end of this video. But yes, my mom was my Shero. My mom, at the age of 9, they discovered a hole in her heart the size of a quarter, and she went through open heart surgery at the age of 9. And doctors told her and her family that she wouldn't live past her teenage years. But my mom just recently passed, and she lived to be over 60 years old. So look at God, right? And through everything that my mom went through, she always had a smile on her face. She never let her health stop her from doing what she wanted or what she loved. So I'm going to say my mom is my Shero. Number 4, what 2 women have the most positive influence over your life? Again, I'm going to have to say my mom had the most. And there was a lady, and she's no longer here with us either. And she was a member of my previous church that I grew up in. And we called her Janie C. That lady was something else. Our family actually named her Queen because the way she, she was just, the way she carried herself, it was as if she was royalty. The way she carried herself was like, you would just love to be in her presence. But I would never forget, as I was growing up in the church, we would, in our youth department, we would always have these oratorical contests. I'm saying contest, but it's not really a contest. It kind of was. But we would have these oratorical contests that we had to get up in front of the church and say a 3 to 5 minute speech. And if you knew me back then, and I still have that problem, I have a stuttering problem. And not bad now, but back then it was really bad. Now Janie C is what I'm calling her because that's what we called her. She was a teacher for many years in our area, and she set me aside and she said, look, you have a stuttering problem, you know this, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Think before you speak. Think before you speak. I know you get excited, but slow down. You don't have to, spill everything out there in one swoop. Just slow down and think about what you want to say. And with that, that was so much, it did my heart so much good for her to even sit down with me and say that. And I won a couple of those oratorical contests, guys. First place. All right. So, I just thank God for placing her in my life, and thanking God because my boys had the opportunity to know her too. And she just left a impression on us that we would never forget. Question number 5. What is your favorite thing about being a woman? The feminine side of us, being able to dress up and put the makeup on and the hair on and just to look pretty. That's what I love about being a woman. And the fact that we can bring life into this world, that is just amazing. That's a miracle that we're able to bring forth life. So I can't answer a question, give you one answer. I always have to answer something with 2 or 3 answers, right? But those. Question number 6. How would you describe yourself using one word? Wow. I'm gonna have to say loving. I'm loving. I love with all my heart. I love people and I love hard. So I'm just gonna say loving. Alright. Number 7. Whoa. Whoa. This is gonna be a hard question for me. Who is your favorite singer? And I'm gonna go as far as to say who is my favorite woman singer, because I have many favorites. Oh boy. My favorite singer, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna name the 3 that I like, I love. I'm gonna say, starting from the past, I love myself some Shirley Caesar. I'm telling my age a little bit, not much, because she's old enough to be my, no disrespect, Miss Shirley, my grandmother. But I love Miss Shirley. Husband loved Miss Shirley Caesar. Pastor Shirley Caesar, let me say that, because she is a pastor. I love her. If I'm going to cross to the other side, I'm going to say Whitney Houston, because there's no other voice like Whitney's. And I've sung many of her songs back in the day. So I love myself some Whitney. But who I'm loving right now, and just recently got a chance to see her and her family in concert. Well, I'm going to say 2 that I recently got to see in concert recently. I'm going to have to say Gladys Knight. Lady still have it. Gone Gladys. She still has it at her age, and she looks very good. So I got to give her, because Gladys still got it, voice and all. She looks good. Her voice is still strong. So yes, Miss Gladys. Okay. And the second one, the last one I'm going to give, because y'all, I'm a music. I love myself some music. Last one, and this girl has a voice on her, and I've sung a couple of her songs as well too. Tamala Mann. Tamala Mann has a beautiful voice, strong voice, and I can sit and listen to all of them sing all day long and all night long, and just be sitting there swaying and moving, saying, oh gosh, yeah. I threw a lot of them out there. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, number 8. As a little girl, who was your favorite character on TV? Now, I'm laughing because I can recall my mom telling me as a little girl, if she wanted me to just sit down and be still, all she had to do is put some Carol Burnett on. Do you all remember Carol Burnett show? Carol Burnett, I still love her. She's still alive and well. I love myself some Carol Burnett. But as I got older, the person that I loved to watch was Claire on The Cosby Show. Just her being that strong woman. She'll tell it like it was or tell it like it is. And being that lawyer, you know, what she portrayed on that show, I loved Claire Huxtable. that was my show. Number 9. What is your favorite gift / talent? Well, if I'm looking at it from a decorating or pertaining to my YouTube channel, it's decorating. I love and have always loved to decorate. And especially finding something for a deal, that's my talent. As far as my my channel, people were like, how do you put this and this together? They were just like, if I was to do that, it wouldn't look like that. That's what they would tell me. But you know, here you are, you putting this and this together, and it looks amazing. Well, that's my talent, I think. And I love it. I love to decorate. Now, I've said before, you just heard me at the beginning of this video, my true talent is singing. I've been singing since the age of before 5, if I can remember, okay? Singing in the church. Been singing and love it. I love it. I think I've said this on my channel before, and I'm going to say this story real quick. Try to get to it real quick. I used to stand in my mom and my dad's living room putting on gospel music and pretending to direct the choir, okay? No one knew that I would put on a gospel record and pretend as if I'm directing a choir. And then one night in choir rehearsal, and this is like a mass choir rehearsal, which is a mixture of young people and adult choir, the director of music says, I am going to appoint an associate director. And I'm sitting there, I don't even know what I was doing, but I wasn't really paying attention to what he was saying, because hey, I was little, I was like 11, 12. And he says, I am going to appoint Kim and my last name. And I was like, what? He's appointing who? And everybody's looking, even the adults like, he's appointing who? Because these are adults looking at me. You're appointing this kid? So, you know, that was nobody but God, y'all. Nobody but God. And I directed that choir for many, many years, guys. Associate director under the wing of him, and I thank God for it. Number 10, name 3 women, including yourself, that you can honor for National Women's History Month. Okay, let me see. So myself is 1. I'm gonna have to say my mother-in-law. Hi, Mom. I'm going to nominate her because she's a strong one too that I really look up to and love to sit there and listen to her talk for hours, talking about things that they did in the past and just different stories. Don't you love the wisdom? You know, you get so much, you learn so much listening to people. And this is a lady that I grew up in the church, in my previous church that I grew up in. Her name was Miss Moore. She was over our youth department at our church. She taught us so much too. She took the time to sit down with young ladies and teach them etiquette. You don't see that too much anymore, and it's much needed. That's why I have to give Melanie over at Living Luxuriously for Less kudos, because she's doing it with some little girls. We need more of that. So I'm gonna have to say to Mrs. Moore, I will honor her as well. Okay, number 11. What's your favorite perfume? Believe it or not, guys, I'm not really into the perfumes, like the name brand perfumes. I couldn't even tell you. I go to Bath and Body Works and get the sprays. Or if I'm gifted some, which is very seldom. My dad is old school. And he would go out and buy the old school perfumes like Passion. I think I got a couple of bottles up there of that, and the Elizabeth Arden Red Door. I have that up there too, but I'm not really into the perfumes. I buy the Bath and Body Works sprays like the Cashmere, which is no longer available. So I'm just really skimping on my on my Cashmere. The Japanese Cherry Blossom, I love that. And it's 2 more that I really love. It's like a magic something. It's in a light green bottle, and there's another one that came out Christmas time. and I love them. But I'm not really into the perfumes and the name brand perfumes. Number 12, and the last question, guys. What is your favorite meal to eat? Oh boy. My favorite meal, and I can have, well, is a holiday meal. And I can have this holiday meal for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, whatever. Give me some ham, and it has to be like a honey baked ham. Give me some macaroni and cheese. Give me some collard greens, or the mixture of collards, turnips. You can mix all those greens together. Give me that. And you got to have the cornbread dressing. Look, I can have that by itself and don't eat all that other stuff. Give me the cornbread dressing, and I'm good. Alright, I'm good. Well, guys, this was so much fun to participate in. Thank you, Miss V, for thinking of me and tagging me to this tag. I really enjoyed this one. When I saw it, I was like, oh yes. Hope she tags me to this one. I was hoping for this one. And I'm so glad you did. But right now, I get to tag some people. And I usually, you know, do a whole list of people. But if you're watching this, I'm doing it a little different this time. If you are watching this, I'm tagging you. Tag you're it. You're a woman and you have a YouTube channel, I'm tagging you. You, and you. Alright? This tag was fitting because Mother's Day is coming up really soon, within the next less than 3 weeks. And guys, I'm hosting a collaboration entitled My Tribute to Mom collaboration for 2018. If you would like to participate in this collab, it's an open invite to anyone. I will link the iCard up top here so you can get the information needed. And I would love to have you participate in it. My Tribute to Mom collab for 2018. Well, guys, that's the end of this tag or this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, and share. And if you have not done so, I would love for you to become a part of the Diva family here just by doing something so simple. Doesn't cost you a thing. All you need to do is push that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. And when you push that subscribe button, click that bell up top there also, so you will be notified of all the videos that I upload, because I do upload videos every week. I can be followed on other social media sites, which are Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, as well as Twitter. The links to those social media sites, they will be listed in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. You take care, you be blessed, and I will see you on the next video. Love you guys.